Yang Amat Berhormat, Dr. Sri Haji Fadillah Haji Yusof, Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Majid Khan, Chairman KSI Strategic Institute for Asia Pacific. Yang berbahagia Dr. Sri Muhammad Iqbal Rother, Chairman Malaysia Global Business Council and the Economic Club of Kuala Lumpur. Puan Sharimaton, Deputy CEO of Martrade. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, allow me to extend a very warm welcome to Yang Amat Berhormat, Dr. Sri Haji Fadillah Haji Yusof, our esteemed Deputy Prime Minister, for taking time off his very busy schedule with Parliament in session this period to be with us here this afternoon. We wish to also offer our heartiest congratulations to Yang Amat Berhormat Dr. Sri on your appointment as Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia and the first ever Sarawakian to become Deputy Prime Minister. Many Malaysians have a lot of high hopes in you that you will blaze the trail ahead for the country in uniting the nation and enhancing stability and prosperity. I wish to also thank my co-organizers for today's forum, the Malaysia Global Business Council, the Economic Club of Kuala Lumpur, and with the support of Martrade for making today's forum a success. Today's forum provides us with a timely opportunity to discuss and assess challenges and opportunities in the global economy. We have heard earlier this morning some views from our distinguished speakers on what they conceive and perceive to be threats to the global economy and to the global political situation, as well as identifying the opportunities ahead. We believe that Malaysia will be in a fortuitous position to take advantage of our geographical position to move forward and to scale greater heights of achievement under the new unity government led by Yang Amat Berhormat Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim. We believe that going forward, we need to be able to ensure sustainable and inclusive growth and to be able to focus on enhancing the national competitiveness of Malaysia. We hope that the new unity government will ensure that policies will continue to be pro-business, pro-market, and that we are able to continue to generate growth opportunities for the country and for business. In this regard, it is a hope of the business community that policies will be clear, consistent, and credible. Lastly, we do hope that we need to continue to focus with a whole-of-nation approach to achieve the United Nations Agenda 2030, the Sustainable Development Goals. The SDG is something that we in KSI are very passionate about in our quest for sustainable development. In this regard, we hope that the business community will continue to prioritize the 3 Ps: planet, people, and prosperity. And to achieve this, we also believe that we need to uphold another 3 Ps, which is public, private, and people partnership. And I hope that this forum will be able to move us forward towards the 3 Ps and to uphold the other 3 Ps to meet the journey ahead. Once again, I wish to thank Yang Amat Berhormat for being with us here this afternoon. Thank you, sir, for being with us. And I wish to congratulate all of the award recipients who will be receiving the Global Business Icon Awards later today. Sekian, terima kasih.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam Malaysia Madani, and very good afternoon to all. Thank you, Saudara Pengacara Majlis, Tan Sri Majid Khan, Chairman, KSC Strategic Institute for Asia Pacific, Dato Sri Muhammad Iqbal Rata, Chairman, Malaysia Global Business Council, is also Chairman of Economic Club of Kuala Lumpur and Deputy Chairman of KSI, Tan Sri Michael Yeo, President of KSI, Puan Syarimatun Mat Saleh, Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Malaysia External Trade Development Corporation, MATRAD, Tan Sri, Excellencies, distinguished speakers and moderators, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I would like to extend my thanks and appreciation to the Malaysian Global Business Council and KSI Strategic Institute for Asia Pacific, as well as the Economic Club of Kuala Lumpur for inviting me to this Global Business Forum 2023. It is indeed a great pleasure and honor to be with all of you this afternoon. This forum comes at an opportune time as Malaysia, under this unity government, is entering a new era of stability and capable stewardship, positioning us for a more rapid economic recovery and growth. I believe the forum's theme of Future Forward Malaysian Business is essential and precise as Malaysian businesses prepare to enter an optimistic post-pandemic era and chart the new and robust growth trajectories in the coming years. As I'm sure everyone here knows, we are off to a good start in rebuilding our economy, which, like the rest of the world, was negatively impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite the global headwinds, Malaysia has outperformed the expectation set by the 12th Malaysia Plan. In terms of export and imports, we managed to meet our targets 3 years earlier. Our trade performance in 2022 surpassed 2 trillion ringgit for the second year in a row, making our fastest growth since 1994. Agricultural commodity sectors is undeniably an important economic driver for Malaysia. This sector has come a long way since the formation of the country, and we have made substantial progress in achieving good outcomes. For many years, the agri-commodity sector has been Malaysia's vital channel in elevating the standard of living of our people. That includes reducing the poverty in Malaysia. Not only it provides jobs, income, and business opportunities for the rakyat, but it also plays a major role in contributing to the national gross domestic product, or GDP, and trade performance. To date, this sector employs nearly 431,000 people, not including private and organized smallholders, which is estimated to be an additional 728,000 people. I'm proud to report that in 2022, our agri-commodity sector has recorded a total trade value of 268.1 billion ringgit, with a trade balance of 146.5 billion. The export income from agro-commodity products stood at 207.3 billion, or equivalent to 13.4% of the country's total export income. Along with that, for the period of January to September 2022, this sector has contributed 61.3 billion to the Malaysian GDP, or 5.5% of the total national GDP. This significant amount shows that agri-commodity sector is a vital component in enhancing our nation's long-term economic growth. Realizing the importance of agro-commodity, the Ministry of Plantation and Commodities, or in short MPC, has established the National Agro-Commodity Policy running from 2021 to 2030, or in short the AKN 2030, as a comprehensive framework that will steer and shape the future of this sector. Launched in March 2022 with the vision of advancing agro-commodities for sustainability and shared prosperity, the DAKN 2023 provides a clear roadmap and plan of action that will help to unleash the real potential of the agro-commodity sector, especially the Ministry's 8 key commodities, namely oil palm, rubber, timber, cocoa, paper, knife, biomass, and biofuel, as well as to ensure the readiness of the industry players in facing the future challenges. As a living document, this policy framework that was developed based on 5 core thrusts: sustainability, productivity, value generation, market development, and inclusivity, will be adjusted from time to time to reflect the latest developments in the agro-commodity sector and inputs from all stakeholders to ensure it remains relevant and able to achieve the set goals. In pursuing the opportunities offered by agricultural commodities, I would like to stress that Malaysia has never neglected environmental sustainability. With the world now witnessing a growing demand for sustainably produced commodities, we realize it is very important to balance our current needs without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet theirs. For this, Malaysia has pledged a commitment to fulfilling the environmental, social, and governance, or ESG, requirements that are in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or SDG. We have undertaken several measures to ensure it can be achieved and will continue to do so. Taking into account that oil palm is the largest commodity sector in the country, we are currently focusing to expand the Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil, or MSPO, certification scheme. To date, MSPO certification has reached 97.93%, or 5.62 million hectares of planted areas. In addition, about 98.71%, or 458 mills in the country have also been certified. The MSPO certification has also been improvised through the introduction of MSPO Trace, which can trace the whole supply chain of palm oil products. In this context, the MSPO standard is expected to reduce ambiguity and increase credibility, aiming at getting recognition in the international market. Contrary to negative Western media portrayals of palm oil, it is without a doubt the most efficient oil-bearing crop. Oil palm accounts for only 0.6% of the world's agricultural land use, but produces 35.5% of global vegetable oil output. If palm oil were to be substituted for other vegetable oils, such as sunflower, rapeseed, and soy, a 7 to 9-fold increase in the land area would be required to produce the same amount of oil. It is a matter of fact that palm oil offers a sustainable way to meet the world's rising demand associated with food security, climate change, scarcity of arable land, and growing population. As such, international markets should recognize our MSPO certification and accept our products as sustainably produced. Ladies and gentlemen, with regard to the timber sector, the country 2 years ago launched the Malaysian Forestry Policy to reaffirm the importance of certification with special reference to the Malaysian Timber Certification Scheme, or in short MTCS, in promoting sustainable forest management, SMM. Despite being one of the world's largest timber exporters, Malaysia has retained more than 50% of its landmass. In 2020, Malaysia was awarded the gold medal for achieving the biggest increase in forest area certified by the Program for Endorsement of Forest Certification, or REFC, with over 950,000 hectares of certified forests, or an annual increase of over 20%, making it a total of more than 5.2 million hectares. To date, 37 Forest Management Unit, or FMU, certification have been issued with a total area of 5.8 million hectares. All MTCS certified timber products are also allowed to carry the PEFC label, which is accepted in many developed countries, most notably in Europe. As we discussed, global challenges allow me to say a few words about digitalization in the plantation industry. Although one does not often put digitalization and plantations together, MPC has been working with the industry to introduce the framework of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, which aims to increase productivity and efficiency. In 2021, the Malaysian Palm Oil Board, or MPOB, launched the Mechanization and Automation Research Consortium of Oil Palm, or in short MARCOP, to address the problem of high dependency on foreign labor in Malaysia's palm oil industry. MPOB also is currently working with the FusionX group to develop the Smart Palm Oil Mills concept that aims for zero discharge, which will give a new dimension to the manufacturing sector, especially in terms of efficiency and continuous operational monitoring and user-friendly. I believe all these are just the beginning. As technology continues to advance, more mechanism and innovation will be developed and deployed, which in turn will enable a more rapid transformation in our agri-commodity sector. While we are eager to bounce back from the difficult time, we have to be cognizant of the fact that many economic analysts predict that this year may be quite challenging. The global economy is expected to experience a slowdown due to higher interest rates and inflation, which will affect investment, sluggish international market, demand conditions, particularly in the United States and European Union markets, as well as the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. Due to these factors, the World Bank is projecting global growth to slow down from 2.9% in 2022 to 1.7% in 2023. In the wake of this economic downturn, Malaysia's estimated GDP growth in 2023 is expected to be 3.7% compared to 4.7%, which was previously targeted. However, I'm a great believer that every cloud has a silver lining. There's always an opportunity, even in adversity. A perfect example is a situation where geopolitical conflicts cause supply chain disruptions. While on the one hand, such situations are very unfortunate and regrettable, on the other hand, we may be able to reduce the gap in the global supply chain with our agri-commodity products, which will naturally be experiencing high demand. However, the ability to fulfill the increased demand lies in our ability to continue to increase productivity and bring our products to market expeditiously. In tangent with that, we must also continue to push against negative campaigns toward our commodities, in particular palm oil, especially with the latest move by the EU through the EU Deforestation Regulation, or EUDR, on selected commodities, including palm oil, cocoa, and timber, that they have erroneously linked to deforestation. This new legislation is expected to become another trade barrier, taking into account the due diligence requirements, which indirectly will increase administrative and production costs. Needless to say, we view this matter with great seriousness, and we will be joining hands with other countries that are also impacted by these moves to collectively to put our position across, demand fairer treatment, and correct the negative campaign against our products. We are now indeed living in extraordinary times, and extraordinary times require extraordinary moves. This is not the time for business as usual, but rather for business unusual. As we make sense of the ever-changing political, social, and economic landscapes, we must find opportunities to meet emerging needs, to create new demands, and not just be satisfied with fulfilling the existing ones. Now is the time for Malaysian businesses to be innovative, disruptors, and trailblazers. I have every confidence that Malaysian businesses have the capability to shine on the global stage, especially with the right support and linkages to lift them to the next level. I believe this forum is an excellent avenue to find such support and linkages, and I congratulate the organizers for convening this forum for the benefit of all participants. I sincerely hope this year's Global Business Forum will meet its objective of keeping the Malaysian business community well informed of challenges and opportunities, while serving as a platform for the conception of a strategic moves to enhance business performance and competitiveness both locally and internationally. So once again, thank you to the organizers for inviting me, and congratulations to the recipient of the Global Business Icon Leadership Awards. I wish all participants continued success in their respective businesses. Thank you.